The 2026 Ford Torino Cobra marks a bold return of a muscle car legend. Once a staple of American street racing and drag strip culture, the Torino Cobra is back, and Ford isn't pulling any punches. This modern revival isn't just about retro flair. It's about raw power, cutting-edge tech, and the kind of attitude that could make even the Mustang look over its shoulder. Before we dive into the full review, here are 6 key points that define the new 2026 Torino Cobra. 1. Engine and performance. Under the hood of the 2026 Torino Cobra lies a beastly 5.2-litre supercharged V8. A nod to its muscle car roots, but with modern engineering finesse. This engine cranks out an estimated 750 horsepower and 680 lb-ft of torque, making it one of the most powerful road-legal cars Ford has ever built. What makes this engine special isn't just the raw numbers, it's the way it delivers power. Thanks to a flat-plane crank and lightweight internals, the Cobra revs fast and sounds angry doing it. The throttle response is razor-sharp, and the exhaust note is a thunderous blend of deep growls and high-pitched screams. Paired to a 10-speed automatic or an optional 6-speed manual, the drivetrain feels flexible and thrilling. Acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour takes just under 3.4 seconds, and the quarter-mile disappears in a blur at 11 seconds flat. The Cobra isn't trying to be subtle. It's loud, fast, and completely unapologetic. Whether you're launching it on a drag strip or carving through twisty roads, the performance is always visceral and always addictive. 2. Handling and suspension. You'd expect a muscle car like the Torino Cobra to just be good in a straight line, but Ford has clearly aimed higher. Built on a heavily reworked version of Ford's S650 platform, the chassis has been reinforced with aluminum subframes and an adaptive MagnaRide suspension setup. The result? A car that corners far better than it has any right to. Despite its size and muscle-bound looks, the Cobra feels tight and agile through bends. Body roll is minimal, and the steering is sharp, with surprisingly good feedback through the wheel. The suspension constantly adjusts to road conditions, firming up during spirited driving and softening out for everyday cruising. There's even a track mode that stiffens everything up and makes the car feel like it's got race-spec coilovers. Grip is aided by ultra-sticky Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, while massive Brembo brakes bring things to a halt with ease. The Cobra's limited-slip rear differential helps keep the rear end planted, but it'll still slide if you want it to. This car gives you the confidence to push hard without feeling like it's about to bite back. It may be old school in its inspiration, but on a twisty road, the Cobra feels like a thoroughly modern performance machine. 3. Exterior design. The 2026 Torino Cobra doesn't do subtle. The styling is aggressive, muscular, and deliberately retro, drawing heavily from the 1970s Torino fastback while blending in futuristic cues. Up front, there's a wide grille flanked by quad LED headlights and a hood scoop that looks like it could suck in small birds. The body lines are clean but purposeful, with flared wheel arches and a low-slung stance that screams performance. Around the back, there's a fastback roofline that blends into a short rear deck, topped off by a ducktail spoiler. Quad exhausts poke out from a menacing diffuser, and Cobra badging is scattered tastefully across the body. The car sits on staggered 20-inch forged wheels wrapped in performance rubber, and there's an option to spec it with carbon fiber body panels to shave weight. Every design element looks like it belongs, aggressive, but not overdone. En couleur palette, you get classic muscle car shades like Grabber Blue, Race Red, and a new metallic green called Venom Vibe that has to be seen in sunlight to be believed. Whether it's parked or on the move, the Torino Cobra grabs attention and holds it. This is the kind of car that makes people pull out their phones as it rumbles by. It's not just a throwback, it's a statement. One that says, yeah, I'm fast, and I look damn good doing it. 4. Interior and technology. Step inside the 2026 Torino Cobra, and you're greeted by a cabin that mixes classic cues with cutting-edge tech. It's more driver-focused than you might expect, with a cockpit that wraps around you like a fighter jet. The seats are heavily bolstered Recaro, trimmed in suede and leather, with Cobra embossing in the headrests. You sit low, with a great view of the road, and that massive hood bulge. The dashboard is dominated by a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, customizable to show everything from G-forces to lap times. Beside it, a 13.2-inch touchscreen running Ford's latest SYNC 5 interface handles infotainment duties. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, over-the-air updates, it's all here. There's even a dedicated performance hub that lets you tweak suspension, exhaust, and throttle settings in real time. Ambient lighting, carbon fiber trim, and a thick flat-bottomed steering will give it a premium, racy feel. There are still some hard plastics in lower areas. It's not luxury grade, but it's solid and well put together. Space in the back seats is limited, but that's expected in a coupe like this. The boot is decent enough for a weekend trip or a set of track tires. Overall, the interior nails the balance between retro charm and modern usability. It feels like a muscle car that's grown up, without forgetting where it came from. 5. Practicality and everyday use. Sure, the Torino Cobra is a performance weapon, but can you actually live with it? Surprisingly, yes. While it may look like a fire-breathing track monster, Ford has made sure it's not a nightmare to daily. For starters, the adaptive suspension does a great job of soaking up bumps in comfort mode. Around town, it's firm but not punishing, and the 10-speed auto, if you spec it, shifts smoothly in traffic. Visibility is decent for a coupe, and the front parking sensors and 360-degree camera help with tight spaces. The interior has enough cubbies and USB-C ports for modern life, and the wireless phone charging pad is a nice touch. Fuel economy isn't brilliant. You'll see around 15 miles per gallon in mixed driving, but that's to be expected when you've got this much power on tap. If you take it easy on the throttle, you can stretch it closer to 20 miles per gallon on the highway. There's also a quieter exhaust mode for early morning starts that won't wake the neighborhood. And while the back seats are tight, they can fit small passengers or a couple of gym bags. In other words, the Cobra doesn't just have to be your weekend toy. It could work as your only car, if you're the type who doesn't mind making every commute a little more exciting. 6. Price and value for money. The 2026 Torino Cobra starts at around $74,000, and while that's a lot for a Ford coupe, you do get a huge amount of car for the money. It undercuts European rivals like the BMW M4 or Audi RS5 by several grand, while offering way more horsepower and drama. Even fully loaded with carbon trim, upgraded brakes, and track goodies, you're still coming in under 6 figures. That makes it an absolute bargain in the performance world. What's more, the Cobra holds onto its value well, especially special editions or low-volume color specs. And for buyers who want something truly rare, Ford is also offering a limited-run drag pack variant that pushes output beyond 800 horsepower with upgraded cooling, suspension tweaks, and a roll cage-ready rear interior. For collectors or enthusiasts, this is likely to be a future classic. Ford has also included a standard 3-year per 36,000-mile warranty, with optional performance service packages for those planning to track the car. Insurance costs will be on the higher side, obviously, but not outrageous given the performance level. Overall, the Cobra feels like it's punching way above its price tag, offering a mix of speed, sound, and style that's hard to match anywhere near this price point. Whether you're buying it to daily, track, or stash in a garage, the value proposition here is incredibly strong. Conclusion: the 2026 Ford Torino Cobra is more than just a retro revival. It's a full-fledged return to form for American muscle, with the tech and tuning to take on the world. It's got the power, the poise, and the personality to match. Whether you're a die-hard Ford fan or just a petrolhead looking for the next big thing, the Cobra doesn't just talk the talk. It rips down the road with tire-shredding authority. Stay tuned for the full review.